back again here. Now then, my first project back after this long absence. It really has been a long absence. The wood from the workshop is, some of it's in here. I've only got about half of it in here at the moment. I've still got a load to take out of there. And the bench is all stacked full. Anyway, I'll explain that in the next video, or one video on coming up anyway. The pallet pal. This is my next project. It's to take some of the pallets I've got standing in the back garden apart. I usually use a cribber for this sort of job, but it's a 4 foot long, old, very old crowbar, and it's very heavy. I find it increasingly difficult to lift and basically keep working on the pallet. I had an idea. I drew it out. I checked online to make sure I hadn't copied anybody else's, because sometimes I've seen it online. I do it and think it's my own work, but it's not. So I just check online. Now, Izzy Swan sites here. Great guy. He does some fantastic work on pallet furniture. Oh, brilliant, absolutely brilliant. And I just want to explain that this was shot in my new workshop with a camera overhead, so my head's getting in the way and my shoulders are getting in the way. Not a brilliant video, but I wanted to show you it anyway. So here it is now. Right, I think you can see this. What I've got to do is I need a long tapering piece on 2 of the pieces so that it can go under the board to lift it. I'm just going to cut those. It's got a nice deep cut on this, but not deep enough for 2 pieces, so I'm going to move that apart there, holding that in the same place still. Just cut through that piece. Right there. And there we have the 2 pieces to go under to lift up the boards. Right, I'm just going to square off my saw, and I'm just going to take the ends off so I haven't got the sharp piece on them anymore. And there we have it. It'll just stop the ends breaking off. And we need these cuts. I am just going to check the pictures. Be back in a second. Right. I'm not going to give you dimensions of this because Izzy Swan, a chap I was trying to think of on YouTube, made this and he sells the plans for it. So I won't give you the dimensions. I'll just build it as per is. Not a bad bloke actually. Very good. Very good. So difficult. Didn't want to cut that bit. What I'm actually using 2 of the boards from the Pallet's centre bearers themselves, and I need to know the width of the widest one that I have there. So I'm just going to quickly nip out and just check this board to make sure it's the right width. Right, just to illustrate, this is actually an inch wider than my widest bearer that I've found so far, so I've got a bit of leeway there with it. Right, what's also needed on this is a little he actually put a half round on this end with the bandsaw. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to put a 45-degree angle on the end of this. That'll be good enough for what I need. Not messing about with the bandsaw.
That'll give me my rotating pivot section here. We don't need this quite so large, so do I cut it down or not? Shall I cut it down or not? I think I will. I've worked out where I'm going to need this, and I've measured it out and I've marked the place. So I'm just going to put this onto here for now. Actually, I think I might put it onto there. No, I can put it onto there. That's it. That way round. That's the way it goes. Make sure she lines up. Give this a bit of extra strength and that. Use this. I'm just going to whack a bit of white wood glue on this just to strengthen it up a little bit. Don't have to be tidy. Just whack a bit on there and give it that extra bit of strength that it's needed. Probably doesn't need it, but I'm going to do that anyway. I got some what are these? These are about 3-inch screws. Should do the job nicely because these are 1.5 inches. Whoa! That was tight. Move that over there. The drywall screws that I picked up. So there. I'll put 3 in here to make sure. Whoa! Bit noisy. And there we have it. Just grab a bit of sawdust here and wipe the excess glue off. There we go. There's a bit in there, so we'll do that as well. That's it. To dry that glue off. Piece underneath that end to keep it flat. Need to do a perfect polished and varnished item at the end of the day. This is something you could use, you keep in the back of the car and use as you find the pallet wood. Normally I just bring them home with me and do them at home, but sometimes the 8-foot pallets, if you've got loads of them, I can get about 6 on top of my car and another 4 inside the rear of my car. Well, it is a Mercedes estate car, so got quite a bit of room in there. Where do I put that one? Here it is. Right, line that up with this bottom. Excuse my head is in the way, I know. I'm just going to line this up here. Doesn't have to be absolutely precise, but the closer they are together, the better they'll perform. Really should put some candlebacks on these and they would go in without squeaking. Whoa, come out of there you. Whoa, noisy or what? I know I bought enough screws in, but it's, oh there it is. Just stagger the screws a little bit, give it an extra bit of there we go. First piece on there, ready for putting over the beams and to check this one out, make sure it's the same. It is. I'm just going to take a wee bit off of this edge to make it that bit looser. Right, I've had several goes at this, taking a little bit off each time, and I've decided to make it fairly loose fitting in the end. What I'm going to have to do with this is I want to put a couple of washers in here and then put the bolts in through here so that I get a good finish on it. Right, all I need to do now is put this in here. I need to drill a couple of holes so it can go in here. Right, I've just rounded this end off with some 45-degree angles, just for making it a bit better for the hands on here. Might give this a bit of a sand down, because this is where you hold this end. Next job on this is to drill the hole for the pivot bolt and a hole for a piece of old elastic, so it just keeps it tensioned. I don't know whether I filmed this, I don't know whether the camera's working, but I used a spade bit to drill through using a right angle to make sure it's upright. I had to take the drill off of here. Let me just do this here. I had to take the drill off of here, put it through here, and just give it a tap down. As you can see, that's the bottom of it. So I just had to get it down that little bit extra, so I could see the other side and come in from the other side with the drill bit. I've tapped in the bolt. I've had to put a little oil on it because it's a bit on the rusty side, that particular one I picked up. But I'll read out on the bench, so I'll use that. Doesn't have to be good stuff. Put that there. Put that up there. And I don't have a washer for this. That'll have to come later on. But for now, I think this will do. So it's a little bit on the rusty side, but it's brand new. It's just got a bit wet. That's all. That's how I got them, basically. I don't need to tighten that right up. There we go. Just one more thing to do with this, and I need a bigger drill bit. Where's my bit of elastic? Here. Too big. Of course, I opened up the spade bits. I opened up the spade bits and I opened them up upside down so they're all loose in the top of the box. Here, typical. Let me just check them out there. Actually, I'll put a mark roughly where I want them to be. About there and about there. That'll do it. Right, just do a couple of holes in this, nice and easily. Right, next piece is the elastic. I'll just tie a knot in the centre here, pull it tight. There. Through. I'll poke it through this end. Yeah. Watch out the elastic so you know where it's basically going to be. And we'll tie another knot in here, if I can. Tie a second knot in this here as well, make it a little bit bigger. There we go. I'll cut that other end off in a bit, and that should be able to. Okay. Give it a hold in there. There we have. I'll cut that off later, but there we go. So nice and easy, and there we have it, ready to use. Just step on this side and lift the planks up with the lever. Just plenty of room here for the foot to go on. Right, thanks very much for the watching this video. Thanks for your subscriptions, your continued patience on my long absence. I'd just like to thank everyone who's kept my channel going, basically, and all the new subscriptions. Thank you very much for subscribing. Very kind of you. I've reciprocated them and try to subscribe to your channel as well. That's the ones that have a channel. I've got a few that haven't got channels, they've just done it on their mobile phones. Anyway, I'd like to thank Izzy Swan for putting up that video and plans for his pallet buster. And to that end, I'm going to say, now for the safety bit. That's it for this part. I'll see you soon. Keep safe. Bye for now.